Hello, hello.
Hey,
How are you, Alicia?
hey, Gabri. I'm doing quite well tonight, Gabriella.
Awesome, awesome. So, what's on the news for this evening? What's happening?
Well, it's all types of celebrity gossip that's going on. I don't even know where to start at this point. But all I know is, you know what? Us vloggers and bloggers, we better watch our step. Because I tell you what, there has
Okay.
been a landmark case with Tasha K and Cardi B. Did you hear about this case?
I did, and I've heard some. I don't know who the happy news is for. It's not for Tasha, but it is for Cardi. So it's some good news. I'm not too certain because it sounds like there's some money, cha-ching, that's gonna have to be shut out. What's the deets? What are the details?
Well, what's happening is, well, what happened was this. So, Tasha K is a very popular vlogger. She actually was the one that covered the R. Kelly case. She actually came up with a lot of really good details in that case. But with Cardi B,
Okay.
apparently she was telling a lot of lies on Cardi B, according to Cardi B, and talking about her
Mm.
child and saying that she had a
Oh,
disease and all types of different things. And I'm wondering if they're going to go after the girl that Tasha K got it from. There was a young lady that Tasha
interesting.
K interviewed a while ago, and she said she used to be a dancer along with Cardi B way back when. She also said that
Right.
Cardi B had a horrible odor, and she used all types of, different things to make herself smell better, etc. These are the things that Tasha K got from this lady and some other unknown sources. And so Cardi B was not
Man.
standing for it, took her to court for slander and defamation, and won the case. So now Tasha K
Man.
is going to have to come up off some ducats. I heard it's $4 million.
Oh my
Four
gosh. I thought
million.
it was just a single million. Four
No, I
million
heard.
dollars.
I just saw that right before we started the broadcast tonight, and I'm like 4 million. I looked up Tasha K's net worth, and she's not even worth that amount. So she's in big trouble. But I
Wow.
did hear that Cardi B is giving her a break on this case, and she's trying to cut the amount that she owes. I think that Cardi was just trying to use her as an example to let these vloggers know you better
Right.
watch your step or you are in big trouble, especially when you're playing with somebody that has the money and the power to come after you.
Whew, man, that is just a whirlwind. Oh my gosh, Cardi B and Tasha K. Well, okay, I'm a little behind on the news. So, what else is piping hot tea? I know the last thing I remember is the Kardashians. We have a couple engagements going down. We have a divorce also happening. Is there anything else fresh with them?
Well, the last thing that I saw from last week, I saw that Kanye did actually make it to Chicago's birthday party. He had to call one of
Wow.
his friends who gave him the address, but according to Kim, Kanye's lying. Also, I just recently saw Kanye
Man.
out with his new woman. Apparently, he likes to dress his women, and his woman had on it was like a black ski mask that he had on, and she had on this makeup, this really dark smoky eye that looked like the what is it, the swan, black swan. It looked,
Oh,
oh my
wow.
god, it was so weird. It was the weirdest look ever. It was kind of cool and dramatic, but it was weird on top of that. But Kanye, he's
Mhm.
known for dressing his women, so he did his thing.
I hope that all works out. I mean, man, already has a new woman on the side. Hey, no shame in the game. Just hope it all can be okay for Kanye and Kim K. Wow.
I hope so
So,
too. And my condolences again to Regina King and the loss of her son. I mean, I believe we mentioned
oh
this
man.
last week, but I'm not sure. But it was so sad to see
No.
that he loved his mother so much and she loved him. That was her only child. And it looks like they
Wow.
both had tattoos that said, I'm trying to remember what she said. It was I'm trying to remember what she said her tattoo said, but they had matching tattoos. He had a huge one on his arm here, and she had a very small one. And they basically got matching tattoos, and it had the same exact word,
Right.
unconditional. I believe the word was unconditional, for
Wow.
unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
And
Hmm.
so he took his life, and it's so sad because It would be
Wow.
interesting to find out why. Why would he do that when he had so much and he had such a loving mother? I can't understand
Right.
why he would take his own life, but I guess in time, maybe we'll find out, or maybe we'll never find out.
Man, that is just the saddest thing to hear. Of course, when people death in general, but to go out by taking your own life, it's just terrible. It's sad. So my condolences to the King family and to Regina King as well. Man. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And she said that she wanted to remove herself from social media at this time because, this is such a hard, bitter pill for her to swallow. So it's really a sad situation. And she's such a great actress. And she was a child star. And what's amazing
Yeah.
is she stayed out of all the drama that child stars seem to get themselves into. And it's just amazing. She's been a great parent, very low key, stayed away from all of the celebrity drama, and raised a wonderful son. And in the end, her
Yeah.
son ended up taking his life and just leaving her alone. I feel so sad for her because, every time you'd see her at any award ceremony, he was there or she was presenting that award to him and thanking him. And
Right.
it's just heartbreaking, definitely.
Man, that is so sad. I feel just, wow, it's terrible. Oh.
Absolutely. Well, I just
But
recently saw some news that was crazy. I saw
what'd you see?
some celebrity indictments. Apparently, there were 19 celebrities that were caught doing a PPP loan scam. And
Oh,
it
those
was
PPP
worth,
loans.
you know what's so funny? When they first came out, a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
said, we're going to see a lot of people go to prison behind these PPP loans.
Yep, sure
Now, a lot
did.
of the I know in the world of acting, a lot of people, entertainers, etc., they were unable to work. So a lot of them did apply for them, but apparently these 19 people decided to take it to the extreme. They had someone that I
Oh,
believe either
wow.
worked for the government or for the IRS, I believe. So they had
Yeah.
some woman that did that, and they decided that they were going to take it to another level and seek millions and create fake businesses. They had fake LLCs. Now, one of the actresses,
Wow.
she was on a Tyler Perry movie, and a lot of other movies, and she's in big trouble. Well, I believe, and I hope I don't say this wrong, but there's a guy that is part of this whole scheme. His name was named, and I just so happen to know him personally.
Personally? Oh, man.
And what was interesting about it is I knew him when he was a youngster. We met each other when he was really young, and he was on the Mickey Mouse Club. And
Oh, cute.
yeah, it was cute. But I must say this. Wow, is all I can say. It's amazing how time can change things and how people make choices later on in life. Because I looked up this guy's net worth and it said he was worth several $1 million. And I'm in my
Wow.
mind thinking, did that millions come from you scamming or did it come from your skills? And I must say, he's a great actor. I won't name his name because, I don't want anybody coming after
Right.
me. But it's sad to see such a talented guy going down. And I'm almost positive that the woman that was named is his girlfriend because I've seen their photos on social media together. And
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, he had my heart way back when. I was crazy about that guy. And it's crazy. I back then I even dated somebody with his same name because I was that crazy about him. And he kind of broke my heart. But you know what?
Oh, man.
Even though he broke my heart, I would never wish that on anyone. But people make mistakes, but that's a really big mistake, and that's prison time. And this lady that
Yeah.
well, the other celebrities that were named, one of them already has been sentenced. So these indictments must have went out last year because this year I didn't hear anything about it. So I know that one of them was from a group, and I cannot remember the name of the group. But I saw that he was in the music business, and he got
Right.
about 5 years in prison.
Oh, my goodness.
So
This is no
that started.
joke.
No, not at all. I mean, you're playing with federal money. The feds do not play with you at all. That's not a game to
Right.
play with. And I can't understand
Man.
why they thought that they were going to get away with this. But apparently, this case is being tried in Georgia. So, Georgia is the place to be.
Georgia.
It's Black Hollywood, but it is not the place to play games with the
To play
law.
scams. No, ma'am. No,
No,
ma'am.
not
That
at
is
all.
just
So,
something else. Man, wow.
absolutely. And it was amazing how I discovered this story. I mean, I literally woke up and I looked down at my phone as I normally do to check out the news, and I saw his face. And when I saw his
Oh my
face, my
gosh.
face just dropped. And I couldn't believe it because this guy, ooh, yeah, this guy. I must say, I would never, ever think that he would do such a thing because he was very adamant about his career. And even when he was really young, he was very professional about his career. And
Man.
I recall a lot of things on the Mickey Mouse Club when Britney Spears was on there, Christina Aguilera,
Oh
and he
wow.
introduced me to Justin Timberlake's music before it ever came out. Before they ever went out to LA and they got that record deal, he played their music for me. And I'll never
Uh-huh.
forget that. Yes, I was in
Right.
love with this guy, but you know, it was puppy love. What can I say? But I wish him well, and I don't know. I'll write him in prison, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping maybe they'll give him a slap on the hand, but sir, you're playing with federal money, and you can't play games with the feds. Not at all.
Man, I mean, trying to scam him out of some coins. I mean, if it's going to be millions, I can understand. But hopefully, if it is just a few thousand, it won't be any major years and they can get off on some good probation or, good behavior.
Um, I hope so, but again, feds don't play. Feds when they come after you, they have all the evidence they need to convict you. They just gave you enough rope to hang yourself. So
Yeah.
they pretty much have a 99% conviction rate. So it's about to be some heads rolling. And unfortunately, I have to watch this, and my heart, I might be that one fan out there with the sign saying free what's his name.
Oh man. Well, you go out there, one fan. Let your love be. Lift him up with your love.
I know. He'll
Oh my
probably say, I don't
goodness.
even remember you. He'll probably tell
Oh
me he doesn't
gosh.
remember me at all. So, but so I don't know. I mean, what have you heard in the news lately? Have you been checking out any of the news lately?
Honey child, I don't check out the news too often, but of course, I got caught a little bit about my fave. We mentioned them last week, her, Megan Good, and her ex-man, soon to be, and their divorce. But it seems Megan was also sharing a little bit about her hair journey and her hair journey in Hollywood. Ooh, I know you've spoken some on that too. If you could share some more, just not having the experience with people knowing how to work on your hair and really how they can cause damage to you in the long run.
Well, in the entertainment business, I mean, I model and I act. And what is really frustrating, being a Black woman especially, you normally don't have stylists that know how to do your hair. A majority of the people that you encounter when you're on the set are white. And most white hairstylists are not trained to do our hair. So a lot of times, if
Yeah.
you do not show up with your hair straight, to them, your hair to be done and to be classy and professional, they want your hair to be straight. So if you have any sort of texture, any curl, any kink in your hair, they have no idea how to handle your hair. And in my case, I've had times where they've had meetings to try to figure out what to do with my hair when it was in its curly state. And I have other, models that I know of. I've been modeling since I was really young that have experienced the
Nice.
same thing. And it's so sad to see that Megan Good, I believe she said she's been in the business, 30 years of her life, I believe, or 25 years. And so she said that to this day, she carries a bag so she can do her own hair. How fair is that?
Wow.
And I've said this before. We have
Right.
powerful people behind the scenes now that could do something about it. Oprah. We have Tyler Perry, who owns an entire compound. Why has he not recruited or
Hmm.
created a school for everyone? He should have a school that can teach white, Black and other, how to do our hair and
Right.
how
All
to do it right, how to do
ethnicities.
everyone's hair. Absolutely.
And
And I mean,
yeah.
I have run
And
into
higher.
very few. Yeah, hire, train and hire so that we have
Hmm.
that. And that is the most, I agree. I saw Megan in an interview, and it is very uncomfortable to
Yeah.
walk on the set and you see faces, none of them that look like yours. And in your mind, you think powder that matches my face, which that's happened to me before. They had white powder that looked like flour
White
to put on my
powder or
face.
that right or that foundation that makes
Just
black brown skin ashy, just like washed
absolutely.
out. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. And when you're in the business, you learn just to walk with a bag. Just like Megan Good, I walk with a bag as well. I always make sure I
Yeah.
have foundation. You make sure you have the tools to do your hair, because you don't know if this person's going to be able to do your hair, and what are you going to do? And it's so sad. It makes no sense. These people have $1 million budgets sometimes, and they could definitely make sure they have it. And it shouldn't just be black stylists, white stylist, or black
No, it should
stylist.
be all
It should be
black,
both.
brown, everything in between. There's so much, so many fractions. And that's why I say hire. We need to hire more POC to work on POC, because what we've had so far, it isn't working. And it's not fair, as you've been saying, to have, black and brown people in entertainment that aren't looking as professional as their white counterparts, simply because the professionals aren't capable and working on their skin tone and texture. So, I think we should just hire more folks that know what they're doing to expose more POC to that field. We have POC makeup artists, designers, people that know what they're doing. So why not hire more people and, be actually truly inclusive and diverse? So that's all. I'm all for that.
Me too. And we have people like Jada Pinkett, we have Willow Smith, we have all these people that could step up and say
With
something.
the
And what's
hair.
really interesting? Regina King, her last movie that she had, it was all black cast, I believe. They were in the Wild Wild West, I believe.
Yes.
I forgot the name of the
Great
movie,
movie.
but yes, and they had a stylist that specialized in natural hair, natural African American hair.
See
About
what I
time.
mean?
And
Yes.
that the only time, like, I personally have run into, I was on the set, on Oprah's set, had stylists that could do black hair, but I also
Nice.
was on the set of the hair products called Carol's Daughter. I was on their campaign on Home Shopping Network as one of their models, and they
Mhm.
actually had one stylist that was able to do my natural hair, which was wonderful. And it felt like a sense of relief finally. But,
Yeah,
the industry needs to do much better. But
they
unfortunately, the
do.
actresses that are there and out there, I think that they don't want to fight. You know what I mean? Right now, they're happy to get jobs. Therefore, they don't want to, make waves and possibly lose their
Right?
opportunities. So I said, the only way we can
Potentially.
make that change, is to definitely go into positions of power. We need to have these producers insist on having
Mhm.
hairdressers that can do our hair.
Yes, insist on it. That is the biggest change right there. And I love it because it really does take a whole team. I was catching a little bit of the videography explained with Insecure and just the background team. And it's amazing how you have to have a specialized person who does lighting and a specialized person obviously like for clothes and just the different part, but the lighting director are whoever their role title was, they just explain how bringing a film to life and shining the correct light on different skin tones, and so it's just working with people who actually really essentially just know what they're doing and who have just such a depth of what they're doing. So in the terms of lighting, knowing that shades of like what shades or hues of blue look good on dark skin and what angles to make it pop more and to bring the hair out. It's just interesting. And so I think that also can tie into the makeup world, and knowing people who know how to work with different shades of skin. The hair, as you mentioned, knowing people who know how to work with kinky, coily hair and different textures, because it is just what's the best, like faceted. I feel maybe that's a great word that can go with it. So they know, just hire the people. Hire the people who, are talented in different areas or who have such a more in-depth expertise on certain areas, such as hair, makeup, and lighting.
Absolutely. And I don't think it'll happen until someone powerful steps up and says, you know what, we're not going to tolerate this anymore. And until that happens, I don't
Definitely.
think changes will happen because, again, when I walk on most sets, every face that I see doesn't look like mine. And when we see one another, two brown faces, the look on our faces are like, hi, like we're so happy to see each other because even with
Right.
the crew behind the scenes, the makeup, the hairdressers, all of them normally are white. And, there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that, but we need somebody that's a little more inclusive because we all have different hair and color and skin color, etc. Yes, the lighting is super important. When you light someone that is a darker hue, you have to light them from the front, and you have to know how to light. And Oprah had her
You're
whole
right.
team that did her lighting for her. She had a whole team that did that. And you have to do that. And you have to know
Wow.
that if you're lighter, that you light from the back. Because if you light a lighter person from the front, they'll look, like ghostly on the screen.
Washed
So,
out.
and there are people literally that's their job. They take lighting as
Yes.
correct. And it's
Yes.
amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm getting tongue-tied here. But you know what? Let's
Me
move on
too.
to something else. You know what? There was another article that I read that blew me away. I believe it is Venus Williams, the tennis player. She said
Yes.
she is the 40-year-old virgin.
Oh, wow. Venus
She
Williams,
has
really?
never. And I'm like, how is that possible, Venus? I mean, I thought she was married. Isn't she married?
I mean, I just assumed. I actually never thought or heard of anything, to be honest, to be fair. I just assumed because, she's Venus Williams, gorgeous athlete who's super successful. You would think that her man would have found her by now, but wow.
Well, she has a man from what I've heard, but I'm thinking, how do you have a man, a 40-year-old virgin? But I guess that's something, maybe she's not married and that might be, a vow to herself. She does not want any sex before marriage. So I say kudos to Venus because you know what? I mean, when you look at this current culture, these people are out here having the Danny Lynn's of the world. Danny Lynn, the babies, mama.
Oh my gosh.
We're seeing all of this out here where people are just, out here having babies here, there, and everywhere. And Yaya, is her name Yaya? Yaya Mayweather, I believe her name is, Floyd Mayweather's daughter. She has a baby with NBA YoungBoy who has like 8, 9, 10 kids, and it's outrageous. So this current culture, they don't.
Man, I was gonna say even Nick Cannon, he has like 7, 8 kids, which isn't a problem, but he also just has 7 kids by 7 different women, So I just, I think all that matters is that, the dads are there for their children and they can show up. Same for the mothers, and they can have a loving household and all the kids can feel appreciated and seen. I think that's all that matters. But I agree with you about, just this crazy culture that we're in. And, people are just want to please themselves and their own desires. And I hope it changes. I really hope it changes. I don't know if we need people to be that light and to share what their experience is. I mean, that's why I'm also a virgin, because it's just, hey, people are crazy out here, and you gotta keep your spirit and your soul in tune, and man, you don't want to latch on or tie yourself to people who are gonna fleet so quickly. It's fleeting.
Absolutely. And diseases out here are real, and it's a sacred thing. And I think that it's one of those things that if you save that for marriage, I think that you will love yourself more for that, because you know what, it's when you waste it on people that really did not honor you, which I wasted it, unfortunately. You feel horrible. You feel like I wasted my time, my life, my energy, you allow people to get too close to you, and it breaks your spirit. Definitely. It's one of those things where that's why these days I practice celibacy for that reason.
Right.
Because I feel like not everyone deserves to have a piece of my temple. So you know what? The next person that will get close to this spirit will put a ring on this finger. So that is how I'm going to roll. So I guess I will
But
be
hey,
the renewed
Miss
virgin.
Amen, renewed virgin. Okay. But I also agree. I like that. Dana King. Hello and good evening to you as well. She said to each their own as long as you're happy. I agree with that too. As long as both parties are happy, they're thriving, and it's a great time. Essentially, that's all that matters. As long as you are okay with everything that's happening to you. I also agree with that as well. So there's plenty of perspectives to have and to see and understand. So I like that. But I
Absolutely.
think that might be ladies' happy hour coming to a close for now. But
Absolutely.
Alicia, we should be seeing you again, correct? What's going to happen with you?
We're going to have an interview from Laura. She is a wonderful performer. She resides in Florida, and she's an acoustic guitar player, songwriter, etc. And I can't wait to talk to her. I've been waiting a long time to interview her, and make sure you guys stay tuned.
Yay! Stay tuned to see Lifeheart catch up next with the interview with Alicia. That's exciting. Can't wait to catch that. Good luck to you, Alicia. We'll be seeing you
Thank you.
soon in a second.
Hello.
Hey.
Well,
How are
welcome.
you?
I'm great. Teddy, are we live? I can't hear Teddy. Can you hear him?
I can't. No.
Well, I'm going to assume that we are live. So I would like to welcome my special guest, Lifeheart. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. Thanks. Thank you for having me.
I am so happy to finally interview you. I've been trying to interview you for a couple of years now, but I had to wait till I got a wonderful platform. So welcome to Ladies Interviews, and I'm Alicia, and this is Lifeheart. She is singer, songwriter, and do you produce as well?
Yes, I am dabbling and getting into my own production. So it's been really cool. It's been really fun.
I am a big fan of yours. Just to let you know, you don't know, my favorite song by you is "Please Don't Say It's Over," the old song. That's my favorite song. But the thing is, I want to know, how did you get started in the music business?
Well, I mean, I've always played an instrument. I started out with music when I was in third grade and playing various instruments through, high school. And it wasn't until I moved to Florida where I met a group of girls and we started a girl group. And we caught the attention of Fight Ren, who at that time was working with and of course, Orlando at that time, there was NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. So he was doing a lot of their projects. So we were kind of like a girl version of NSYNC. So we started working with him, and we finished a full album project with him. And from there, I've just kind of like grown. All the girls in the group are now doing their own solo projects and solo endeavors, and here I am doing my own thing. So it's been pretty much a long journey.
That's amazing. I didn't even know that you had been in a girl group. I'll have to look this up. I had no idea. I'm amazed by that. What other instruments do you play?
I started playing the saxophone, so I play some horn instruments. I dabble a little bit on piano, and of course guitar is like my main instrument, but I'm pretty much self-taught. So yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Well, I do know that you have a new song out called Stone, and the video is amazing. I wanted to know, who is that actress that you have in the video with you first?
Aaliyah Renee. She is a beautiful model here in Central Florida. And she was so gracious enough to be a part of this project when I reached out to her. And I actually found her on Instagram. And I don't typically, slide up in anybody's DMs, but I felt like, she was just so perfect and so right for the part. I just had to shoot her a little message, and she was completely down for it. So we shot that here in Orlando, and I think it was took us 2 days to shoot. And View House Productions, Tyler Harrington is the director, and she shot the entire video, and it came out absolutely amazing. I got exactly what I was looking for, and she just did such a great job. So I'm really happy with it.
I think it was a outstanding video. I think it was one of your best ones I've seen so far, although, I like your old song. I love that video too. But this song, it seems so heartfelt. And I just thought to myself, was this a true story that came from the heart? Because it really hurt. It hit me. And it made me say, wow, I'm looking over my life, and I wonder if this came from some life experience.
Yeah, I mean, I write from close experiences. So yeah, the song did come from an experience. Yeah, it did come from an experience. I did feel at one point, leaving or ending a situation with a specific person, that I did feel like my emotions had gone away. Like I literally felt like I was turning into stone. So that's kind of where the song was birthed from.
I see. Well, I've heard that you have embarked on some new entertainment business, also known as acting.
Yes, I am getting my acting chops as we speak right now. I've been quietly taking some acting classes at Truthful Acting Studio. I've been kind of there for the last 6 months, taking classes and exploring just another side of my creativity. And it's been really, really fun. I've always wanted to explore acting, but to be honest with you, I was never as confident and sure of myself. So I said, why not? Why not give it a try? So I'm having a great time with it.
Well, I'm super excited that you are indulging in the world of acting, because I too am an alumni of Truthful Acting, and I absolutely love Truthful. They have my
Yeah.
heart. I've been to many acting schools, but they will always have my heart. And you're definitely one of the shyest people I've ever met. And it's amazing how you light up when you're on the stage, but you're the shyest, most humble person I have ever met. So what can we look for in the future for Liveheart?
More music. Definitely you will catch me on the big screen soon. I've actually also been auditioning for a few musicals that are here in town as well too. So I'll be doing some theater, throughout 2022. I'm really excited about exploring that. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot happening. So I'm hoping that, you'll stick with me. It's been as we've known each other for so long, so it's been fun to see you grow and to see all of the things that you're doing. So
well, I am so excited. I'm so excited. I want to jump out of my seat. Well, here's her music.
I held your hair back when you were throwing up. Then you smiled over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest, and you asked me to stay over. I said, I already told ya, I think that you should get some rest. I knew I loved you then, but you never know. 'Cause I played it cool when I was scared of letting go. I know I needed you, but I never showed. I wanna stay with you until we're gray and old. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. Say you won't let go.
That was the beautiful voice of a beautiful angel. Oh, I just want to scream right now, but I don't think that would be appropriate. But I must say, you guys, so make sure you guys check out Live Heart. She performs all around town in Orlando. It's been all over the world. So make sure you check her out on liveheart.com. And what's some of the other social media where they can follow you?
I'm on Instagram at Liveheart, LiveHearT. Instagram is probably where you'll find me the most posting. Also Facebook, same Liveheart or Liveheart Music. Yeah, and check out the website. I just opened up a new merch store. So we've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got some really cool mugs. Yeah, and some great music up there. So definitely check it out.
Well, I can't wait to get a Live Heart hoodie since it's been so cold in Central Florida. So I'm going to get some merch and I'm going to rock it. I'm going to show up to one of your performances in your merch all by myself.
That'd be great.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, ladies. Interviews, and you are my first interview, believe it or not. So I appreciate you coming on and rocking with me tonight, and good luck on all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you
you.
guys.